YouTube Nation, I'm back. I'm back from all the mayhem, networking, and chaos that goes on at Sundance. Really, really good experience for those of us that love movies and TV shows. Highly recommend everybody that's listening to my voice go and check out Sundance. Tonight is a special night because along with doing The Last of Us Episode 2, Infection, we're also going to be talking to my cousin, the Khaleesi. It's her birthday, and her album dropped, ladies and gentlemen. This is the cover of her album. She got like 9 tracks up there. They're all hot. They all have kind of a Game of Thrones themed title. And as soon as she gets her butt in here off of that CPT time, we're going to talk to her, celebrate her birthday, talk about her music, have a little fun with her. But before she gets in here, I'm going to go ahead and shout out to everybody that's in the building. Rashonda, I appreciate you, sis. MOB 601. What happened at 601? Ray Holland. Tina, Big Ray. Do you not trust your boy? I told you this was going to be one of the best shows of 2023. I told you. Wait a minute. What? Wait just a hell minute. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have to put this one up here on the wall. The sweetest voice in all of America, Watch With Me, LB, has come through. By the way, subscribe to her YouTube channel. Her link is in my video description, as well as my suggested YouTubers to watch. She done came through to say, hey. So Watch With Me, LB, are you watching The Last of Us and having fun? Is that making you get your southern shrimp eating on because it's so good? Let me know. The big homie Steve is in the building. Miss Mallet is in the building. And May is in the building. And so until the Khaleesi gets here, let's talk a little bit about this last episode, golly, of The Last of Us. Now, there is one scene in this whole episode that if you got a weak stomach, it would have grossed you the hell out. If you just ate a full meal, the shit got real, okay? And I'm going to just have to ask the fellas out there and the ladies. Have y'all ever seen someone with the yuck mouth and thought to yourself, I would hate to kiss his ass? Lord, no, I do not want to kiss his mouth. I do not want to kiss him. And I'm sure some of y'all have kissed someone whose breath was rather funky, so funky that you probably thought you could grow some damn fungus out of his mouth. Well, ladies and gentlemen, got to be more careful. HBO done gave us a series where we got fungus growing out of somebody's throat cavity and it got tongue kissed. Let's go back and take a replay at this mess. And shout out to Tess, man. When she sacrificed herself for the good of Ellie and Joel, I was like, damn. Even though I'm picking on the way she tongue kissed this fungus, she also went out like a G. But really, did you have to kiss him? Let's take a look at this, man.
How many?
All of them. Maybe a minute.
Ew.
How many?
All of them.
Ew. Like, I get that you was trying to help Joel and the crew, but couldn't you just try to set his ass on fire? Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I think. I think that the infection had set in so hardcore on Tess. Ladies and gentlemen. We're going to pause that on Tess because I definitely want to get somebody's opinion on kissing someone that's breath is so bad they got fungus growing out of it. But before we do that, I want you guys to put your hands together for not only someone who's dropping a birthday today, but also dropping an album. And get your cash apps ready to support this sister, ladies and gentlemen. It's the cousin. It's the Khaleesi. What's going on, Lex?
Guys, how are you guys?
We good. We good. We good. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I was under the weather today. I'm like, what a birthday.
But you know what? You even though you're under the weather, you're alive. Your hair looks great. Your voice sounds great. Your teeth whiter than my computer screen, and you dropping an album today. Talk to the people about all this great birthday goodness you got going on today. And just for you, I do my homework.
Oh, I love it.
Look at that album cover, y'all. Game of Thrones artwork. She looks stoic in her. She about to go beat somebody's ass in a duel.
Yes, that's the track list cover. The EP cover actually has 3 dragons on it.
Get out of here.
Yeah, the EP cover that's the track list. So you know how in CDs that would be like the back page or whatever?
Yeah.
And like the other one is like it has 3 dragons on it. Like you'll see it. Oh, thank you for all the happy birthdays. You guys are so sweet.
And I thank you guys too, but shoot the chick some super chats. And cash apps, excuse me. That's her link right there. Anybody that super chat me tonight, I'm gonna post it on the screen. It's going to Lex for her birthday. Because Lex, you've got some big things in the pipe works. I hear you going down to Atlanta, and what's going to be happening in Atlanta?
Well, I'm going to be meeting with some people who like the music. So we're gonna hope and cross good things for that, but also just promotion down there. Link up with some people, some studio time, try to get a couple features in here and there. And then next Saturday, February 4th, I will be shooting the video for Dragon's Lullaby. So yeah, we on the move. And the EP is everywhere. I know some people are gonna ask like when and where, but yeah, it's moving. So we're gonna see how that works out.
So I'm gonna go ahead and ask for the people that don't know, for folks that want to reach your music, what platforms can they go and check out your music?
Oh, you can find me anywhere. I am on all platforms, all streaming services that I don't even know exist, but for the main ones, we on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, just everything where you can type me, Lex the Targaryen. Okay,
well, ladies and gentlemen, go get on that YouTube music, search Lex the Targaryen. Take my sister everywhere you go. Show that sister some support so she can get them coins back now. Get them coins back. Having said that, happy birthday again. And how would you love to get a tongue happy birthday kiss from a man that's got his breath is so bad, he got fungus growing out of his breath. And since you missed it, I'm going to show it to you one more time because I was like, no, Tess, no. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Back for one more ride. Tess letting the fungus interrogate her brain into thinking she need to tongue kiss this guy. Here we go.
How many?
All of them. Maybe a minute.
Lex, talk about visceral and graphic. Do you feel like Tess went out like a G, or she just kissed that thing for nothing? Shout out to HBO for actually doing it, because that made the thing that crystallizes the sacrifice.
Yeah, that was ew. It was almost like she was kind of in shock. But I tell you what, the whole time I'm just sitting there thinking while she kept trying to flick the match, I'm like, you don't see them grenades? All them grenades you knocked over. You don't see them grenades, and she's still sitting there flicking. I'm like, yo, she's wilding. And I don't know if dude, like, I don't know. It's kind of like the apocalypse or something where like he sensed that she was already changing or turning. That's why they didn't straight up attack her. So maybe it was like, come with us, or that was his type of that. Maybe that's what that connection was. But
Right.
I was just sitting there like, yeah, all right. It was like fiber optics. It was gross.
And see, y'all catch that one? And I like that she said that because in the story they revealed that their vines grow underneath the land, and this is how they're all connected. So you might be on the other end of the QZ zone, do something stupid, cause vibrations in the ground where some of them are already laying there dead, and you can wake up the whole entire crew, which is what happened at the very end. But Lex, this is the look of somebody who's scared, okay? And do you think that the fungus that was in her basically was telling her to be stoic for the fungus trying to kiss her? Because look, literally, she could have set him on fire, set the gas on fire. She did not have to tongue kiss him. She didn't have to do it.
I think that might have been kind of like the I don't know, the beauty and the horror aspect of it or something like that. Because it was just like, it couldn't have been me. I tell you what, it wouldn't have been me because I would have faced First Planet in those grenades. Just
well, you got to think about this, Lex. When you're under the influence of shrooms, you hallucinate. So maybe she caught a moment of hallucination and thought that was her man Joel.
And I hope she found some sort of peace pre-death because that was nasty.
and you know, ladies and gentlemen, you come to this channel because you want the black interpretation of white people shit. Okay, that's what you come here for. And I'm here to tell you right now, nobody black would have tongue kissed that fungus, even if the fungus is in your brain wrapped around the cerebellum, telling you to kiss the fucking fungus. Nobody black would have kissed that fungus. We would have done exactly. We would have drunk that kerosene that they threw on the floor before we would have tongue kissed toenail fungus mouth Harry right here. We wouldn't have wouldn't have done that. And so Lex, I'm gonna take you to the top now. Okay. How did you like the opening where we got to meet this doctor right here and we learned, because they took the story back to like 2003. During the same time when Joel had to run with his daughter, his real life daughter, and his brother. And we learned that this whole outbreak started in a factory, which is probably why it got around the world so quickly. And this doctor said the same thing the doctor said for episode 1. There's nothing you can do. You're going to have to blow this bitch up. Take me to my family so I can have me some moments of peace. How did you like the way they opened this up? Give you some more backstory.
Yeah, I do like a good backstory because sometimes, you know, when your minds are, you know, left to wonder, is just sitting there. And, you know, I like a good backstory so that we can see and we can understand and things like that. So I'm completely and totally with it. I love it. And I appreciate them adding that aspect because it, you know, it humanizes and pulls on the sympathy of it even more, you know. So it makes it not just a game or not just a, you know, it makes it even more real. I like it. I like that.
I did too. And by the way, shout out to everybody coming over from B. Avery's channel. If you guys don't know, that's my brother. Me and him, we talk almost daily. We both got some goals we're working on. We don't talk on the phone per se, but we do communicate. And this dude is the hardest working dude in YouTube, man. So keep rocking with my brother. I appreciate him throwing me the alley-oop. Good looking out, my brother. And we're going to try to keep this thing fun and healthy and fast for you guys for spending your quality time with me and Lex. For those of you who don't know, it's her birthday. Any super chat you send me goes directly to her. So Lex, I just thought that them highlighting that you have another scientist, that they went and got her in the middle of her meal. She thought she had broke the law. They roll up on her. She's thinking, what the hell did I do? Okay. They take her into the room and the fungus is coming out of the dude's mouth. She takes out of the lady's mouth. She pulls some off and it's moving. Did you see that? It was moving. And she was like, oh shit. She got the hell up out of that room quick. And that's when they talked to her and said, look, it ain't nothing you can do about this. Bomb it. And that must be when we start seeing the first sets of bombs. So the question I have to you, Khaleesi, if this was Black America, if this was Black America and the same circumstances happened, How do you think Black America would have handled
it? Yeah, well, first of all, we going off of the fact that you said circumstances, because Black America wouldn't be in this situation, period, point blank. But if for some freak of the odd reason we were, we wasn't playing in nobody's mouth to even see that happen. But if that would have happened and you would have saw, it would have just been immediately, let me go ahead, douse in some bleach real quick, and y'all could just burn all of this. And we're gonna act like this never happened. We not holding on to no remote. We're not gonna talk about it no more. It's like, you know, when uncles and aunties hook up in the family and they ain't supposed to. You just act like it never happened. You keep it Black.
What they say, if you anything past third cousins, you ain't country cousins no more. We ain't even as bad as Game of Thrones, okay? We ain't like that. But she hit the nail on the head, ladies and gentlemen. When you have a white person that rocks for you and you love them, what do we say, Khaleesi? You can come to the cookout, okay? Now, this would have been the first time in humankind history you would have seen Black folks grilling some fucking fungus, okay? We would have set that bitch on fire. You understand? Everybody
fireworks.
Look, everybody that fungi that was moving on that fork she had in there burnt the hell up. Hell, we might not would even have let her ass back out the room either. We would have burnt that shit down, okay? It wouldn't have been it would have been the biggest bonfire you white folks had ever seen in your life. You would have been able to see that.
It would have definitely been given kumbaya for sure. For sure.
Forget the bombing. You know, go ahead and put direct pressure. You know, a bomb is too scattered, Khaleesi. It's too scattered. Like, we're gonna go and torch everything, okay? It would not have happened in Black America, okay? Let's keep that thing real, you know. But I'm glad it is happening because it's making for an interesting conversation.
Yeah.
Now, do you think she really died, Khaleesi? Because you know how these stories do. I have a theory about this woman. What do you think she's really dead?
I think she around.
I do too. For some reason, ladies and gentlemen, y'all post your comments. Let me know what you think. I, for some reason, think this lady got out. And I think that when Ellie is finally able to make it across the country and get her blood synthesized, I do believe this woman is going to be right there helping to fix that girl's blood. That's what I think. You heard it here first. It here first. Take a look at it. Let me know what you think. And so this episode, they actually finally showed you the levels of infected. You actually got to see the runner, and you finally got to see them ones I was telling you from the video game, the clickers. These things right here.
Yeah, that was a little bit too much for me.
And check this out. Do you remember there was a conversation when Joel, Ellie, and Tess was walking across the bridge, and she was asking Joel what they look like, how they move. Remember, she said, do they throw spores and blow up bombs? That was her talking about how they make them in the video game. That was straight from the video game.
That's kind of cool.
And what she got to see was a clicker. Click, 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 click. So when you first saw this dude, and I told you they're really fast, they're hard to kill. Joel shot this bitch like 40 times, and he still didn't die.
Yeah.
What was you thinking about these? Because this is not The Walking Dead, ladies. This is not your mama's zombie show, okay? They don't even want to be referred to as zombies. They want you to say their show's antagonists are the infected.
Yeah. I was just thinking, run, bro. Whole time, like, bro, run. I'm yelling at the daggone screen, run. Like, it was good Lord. I was just, I know everybody was tired of me, neighbor-wise, because I was yelling to the top of my lungs, run, because it was just like, this is why I didn't play those type of video games growing up, because it triggers my anxiety. I used to watch my older brother and them play, like, things like, I can't even play Grand Theft Auto without the cheat code on. The stars, they oh God, my precious. So I was just sitting there screaming at the screen like, oh my God, I knew somebody was going to die, but it was just like, you know, who's going to die? I knew, obviously, I figured it would be Tess though, because it's like, not that her story's not important, but it's not as important as the girl in Joel. It's not as important. So I'm like, if anybody's going to die out the three, it's going to be her. I didn't know how she was going to die and that she was going to be infected though, you know? So watching those, and the clickers, they're very interesting. Like, they're creepishly looking, but you kind of slightly feel bad because it's like, dag, you think about the little girl, like she would have just grew up to be one of those. So it's kind of messed up because they were people, but it's like, yeah, you still gotta get low. Shimmy Jimmy.
Look at you talking about shimmy.
You gotta shimmy Jimmy because they're quick.
Oh,
they are quick.
Yeah, them things is off the damn chain, man. And they don't play. Like they do not play, and that's only level 2 of the infected.
That's enough.
Oh no. So I don't think we're going to get the bloaters. Bloaters, ladies and gentlemen, is a level of infection where not only can we throw out spore bombs at you, but when you kill them, their fumes and spores rise into the air. The only way you can be around them, you have to have on a mask. And I don't think they're going to do that this season because these actors have too beautiful of faces. So they're not going to cover their face this season. But we're going to eventually get to that point. But you guys talk about like video games that should be made and that are scary. Well, Khaleesi, this game was good and it was slightly scary, but there was something worse than this that they can make. And I'm gonna show you the screen share of it. This game right here called Dead Space. And if y'all remember me telling you my 3 favorite games I've ever played, Last of Us, Dead Space, God of War. This shit right here, Khaleesi, this is gonna scare people. If somebody decide to make this, and ladies and gentlemen, my gamers out there, they're remaking Dead Space. So it's 3 games. Each and every one of them is fire. And for those that didn't know, Dead Space already has 2 cartoons, and they are scary as hell. Cartoons now. If they ever decide to turn this into a TV series, look out. Look out. Look out. But this is a little bit more scary because you're in space with kind of like zombies, and they got like 6 versions of these. They're called necromorphs and all that good stuff. So, you know, while I'm out here launching my production company, Life Games Media and Productions, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to see if someone will let me get enough money to bring that to life for y'all, because that would be crazy. And so, Khaleesi, happy birthday again. By the way, all super chats go to her. So super chat so this chick can get her some bread money because the eggs is too damn high. Okay. Forget the rent. Forget the rent. The eggs is the price of what rent used to be in 1990 right now. You want to go and make yourself an omelet, you're better off just using some orange juice, okay? Because the eggs is just too damn high. Too damn high. But how did you like the dynamic of Joel and Ellie? Because you've seen Joel, he's not believing in the hype of Ellie. You know, for him, this is just a job so he can get a battery, so that he can go see his brother. But they really push the envelope with Ellie because Ellie she's a whip. Like, she's cunning. She's obviously 14. She said it. And you can kind of see some of that youthful bliss with her. And keep in mind, all she's ever seen in her life, Khaleesi, because of her age, is the infected lands. That's all she's ever seen. She doesn't know what life is like to be in America. So tell me how you like the dynamic between Ellie and Joel and them kind of starting to forge that bond with each other. Uh-oh, ladies and gentlemen. I think I lost the Khaleesi. Okay, we'll wait for her to come back. And while she's going, I'll take some of you guys' comments. Derek Gaines, Dead Space, I couldn't play. It freaked me out. Yo, I love all 3 of them. I would play it in the dark with headphones on so that you could really hear the necromorphs creeping up behind you. It was freaky. Okay, so ER Grandpa said, when she went to that piano, she was a kid again until the dead body fell out. When that dead body fell out, she damn near lost it. Okay, she damn near lost it. And I think that's when she started realizing, okay, I need to chill out. I need to kind of chill out a little bit, okay? But she was pressing Joel, and Joel was kind of like, I don't want to hear it. Like, girl, get out my face. I'm really just here to save my brother. I don't care about what you're talking about. I'm just here for my brother. But through it all, there was a voice of reason in all this, ladies and gentlemen, and that voice of reason was Tess. Tess was the voice of reason between Joel and Ellie. Every time Joel wanted to kind of throw Ellie under the bus, Tess jumped in there and said, look, man, she might be the real deal. She just might be the real deal. And regardless, what are we going to do? I mean, this is all we can do to get the damn battery anyway. And so he went with it. And then the moment when they got attacked, Ellie got bit, put the scarf around her arm, she healed up. But what we didn't know that was lurking and hiding was the homegirl Tess got bit. I was already thinking to myself, they are building Tess up for it to be sad when she dies. And ladies and gentlemen, we got the sister back. The Khaleesi is back. You back?
Okay, I have no idea what happened. But I was saying I do love that their relationship is building. You can see it forming, and he's had an empty space in his life since his daughter died. So now, whether he likes it or not, they're gonna bond. She's a little girl in his care in this scary world that she knows nothing about. So that void is that's one of those times where it's like, the brother you never asked for, or the person you never asked for, and they're just there, and you can see the foundations of it. They've seen a lot, and he wants to protect her in a world of nonsense and chaos, and where you really can't protect anybody. So I really do love their relationship.
I like it. Andrew YB. This is one of the best video game TV movie adaptations I've ever seen. 100%. Because I said on another video, what did us nerds always complain about? Why do you deviate so far away from the source material? I understand you got to create a new story, but instead of recreating a new story, add something to the story you already have, or maybe take certain parts away, but keeping the source material germane. And they have done that. So Lex, everything you've seen in this show has been in the video game, except the backstory of how the outbreak happened, which is what's making this series so much better. So that's what we mean when we say things like stop deviating from the source material, make it similar or very close to the source material. And damn it, HBO get it. They have done that. And talk to me about Tess, Lex, because do you feel like I felt like they was building her up so that when she dies, it was going to be very sad. And I had already said they can't let her die this episode. Are they really going to kick her off this quick? I was thinking about episode 3, because they do pick up in the video game with just Joel and Ellie very, very fast. I had no idea that they was going to let her die this quick, because I thought it would be too fast to build enough story and love with her. But I was wrong.
Yeah.
The way she went out like a G.
Yeah.
So a fungus kisser. So talk to me about that, about the way you felt about Tess's story in this episode.
I do feel like Tess had a very important story. Honestly, just like Joel's daughter in episode, we only got her for a half of it in one episode, but it was impactful. So same thing with, Tess. We got her for 2 episodes, but we got to see, how Joel felt about her. We got to see almost like a motherly nature kick in, with Ellie. And we don't know if she was a mom before or, took care. We don't know any of that. So, from what we did get from her, she was a good person. You know what I mean? And not a good person in a sense of I don't blame any of them in that kind of world. You gotta kind of steal and flip and do what you gotta do. Yeah, it's a crazy government. So she was cool peoples. Rest in peace, or rest in fungus in her case.
Rest in fungus. Well, you know what? She's not going to be a fungus because she burned them up. Tess could have came to our cookout, Lex, because she had the right idea. Burn them up. She burned them up. So she's not a fungus. She burned them up, and she went down in the fire. And so the thing about that was made you so engorged in Tess's character, for me anyway, By the end of the episode, her and Ellie had started getting pretty tight. Ellie had started believing in Tess. Tess had started believing in Ellie. At first, it was, we just going to get a job done. That's what it was at first. We're just going to get a job done, Joel. But then through the course of getting bit, going through the clickers, she starts believing that this girl is the one true hope for all of mankind, and that they got to save her. And she even was giving the girl pointers like, look, you might can survive the infection, but your ass can't survive getting ripped apart. You know, like you can't survive that. And so I enjoyed, they built her up so well this episode. This to me was a dissertation and how you can take one 50-minute episode, build up a character and their dynamic with someone who's going to be a lead in a story and make you totally feel invested and lost when they killed that character. And I felt invested and lost, and I'm sad that Tess is gone. And so that leads me to ask you this now. Are you ready to see the reaction from Bill and Frank when Ellie and Joel meet up with them, Lex? I think you're still on mute. Uh-oh. We about to lose the birthday girl. Oh,
there we
she
go.
is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited to meet them as characters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're going to be a mess. They are lovers on this show, from what I'm understanding. And they don't trust nobody, especially Bill. Bill don't trust nobody. And Bill was in the video game. And Bill sets booby traps around the circumference of where they live at, right? And part of those booby traps he sets include the infected. He kind of wrangles them up in like an outer barrier, makes them get stuck, and kind of uses that as a way to prevent other people from coming in, because let's keep this thing 100. Not only are you having to worry about the infected, but you also are having to worry about the living trying to come take your damn resources. So yeah, that leads me to ask Lex this question. If Black people was in an apocalypse, would we trust anybody to come and deal with us? How would we handle being two single Black people in an apocalypse?
No, we don't trust nobody, and it's not an apocalypse. So for heck no, we wouldn't be trusting people in an apocalypse. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. No.
Wait a minute. Well, how are we going to get our food, Lex? How are we going to make meals? You know, we got to trust somebody.
We Black. We all right. We going to be able to cook. We going to have, listen, we going to have seasoned ground, and it's going to be good. You was at Sister Johnson house after church? Girl, that gravel was seasoned good today. We going to be all right. If anybody going to be all right, we going to be all right.
Lex, let me ask you this. Has there ever been an apocalypse movie in Africa? Would something like that ever happen in Africa?
If anybody would do that, that would probably be the most scariest apocalypse. Have you ever seen certain African animals?
I have.
What? An apocalypse? That would be genius filmed. Oh my God. The Serengeti, and all you see is the sunset coming down, and somebody, man, I'm gonna shut up because we did that something that you could listen. That would be a good movie.
The desert. Like
the Serengeti.
or
Serengeti. Oh, that sounds like something I'll go see.
Or Khaleesi. How about this? Night of the Nile. Because you got the Nile River. And you know the creatures that live there are in the Nile River, as well as the creatures on the outside of the Nile River. So you call that thing Night of the Nile. Boy. And then you could have shit popping up out of the sarcophagus in Egypt. You know, you have
a mummy apocalypse movie would be crazy.
King Tut himself comes back to life. Walks right about the So, ladies and gentlemen, post your comments. Would you like to see a movie like this in Africa, somewhere in Egypt or on the River Nile? Have you ever seen something like that? Let us know, because we are nosy and we want to know. And so overall, Lex, how would you rate this episode? How did you like it? What did you not like? Was there anything you didn't like? How would you rate this episode overall?
I honestly don't even have any dislikes this episode. I thought this episode was very good. I feel like this episode was a solid 9. Only because I kind of wish it was just like a smidge longer. But I think I got spoiled from episode 1. I think I got spoiled from episode 1. That's the only reason why I give it a 9 instead of a consecutive 10. But yeah, this is a double week. They haven't disappointed me yet. So I'm digging it. I like it.
I'm giving it a 10 for sure. I'm with you. This episode moves so fast. Like it was 50 minutes. It for real was 50 minutes. And then you look up when Tess sacrificed herself, you see Joel and Ellie looking out into the wild blue yonder, knowing that they got to keep it moving, and it's over. And I was saying this, I was like, damn, that's it. And so, but I felt satisfied. It felt contained. So I'm not going to knock it, but it felt contained to me. And so now the question I have for you is, what are you expecting to see in the next episode? And bless the sister.
Thank you. Next episode, like we said, meeting the two guys, just furthering their journey and further building their relationship. I want them to have a heart-to-heart moment. Like maybe she'll learn about his daughter. Maybe he'll learn more about, maybe she'll tap into her memories of Storm, like I want them to get more into their backstories, but bond as they go on their journey.
I feel like we're not going to probably get any more Joel backstory, but we definitely going to get some Ellie backstory, because unless they're trying to save that for like a spinoff or something, because you could technically, and I hate to be giving HBO ideas that they probably already have, because I can't get no cut of the spoils, but you could probably do a full Ellie backstory of them trying to protect her, of them trying to raise her up in a era where everything's dead and you could die. And they could do a real good story with her and Storm Reed's character that's going to be her best friend before she met Joel. They could do all that if they wanted to. And it would make I think that could be a good spinoff if they decide they want to go that route.
I agree.
But we're going to definitely get some more of her backstory for sure. 100% we're going to get some more of that backstory. And so, have you seen Megan?
I told you about Megan.
What? Tell my people what you thought about Megan.
Megan was a 12 out of 10. Let me tell you something. All hail Megan. Megan, the movie was good. The marketing is genius. That's my bestie, okay? And we're friends for life. Like, I love me some Megan. Daggone it, that was a good movie. Yes. Blumhouse does not miss.
Uh-oh, ladies and gentlemen. I think we done lost the Khaleesi again. Oh, no, there she is. There she is. So if you didn't know...
Blumhouse.
She's right. If you didn't know, Blumhouse does a great job. B. Avery's got up a great breakdown of Megan. And everybody I've talked to loves the movie. They thought it was a very, very well done movie. So we got one person, no cap, Megan is my daughter and ain't even worried at this point. She will handle it. Okay. But having said that, Lex, are you clamoring for a part 2? Do you want to see a part 2 of Megan, or do you think they should just end the series right there, end the movie franchise right there? Uh-oh. I think, oh, there she is. How do you feel about a part 2, Megan, Lex?
They need to, because of how it left off. They need to. Definitely how it left off.
100%. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get out of here. Yeah, I can hear you, but I can't see you. Uh-oh. We about to get out of here anyway, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to like the video. I'll be back tomorrow to talk some BMF. And It's the young lady's birthday tonight. She's got big things popping coming up. Albums dropping, songs dropping, covers dropping. She's just now crossing over the threshold to being 21 years old, ladies and gentlemen. That is her Cash App if you want to tip a sister for her birthday. Lex, is there any parting words you want to say to the people before we get out of here?
No, everybody, just always thank you for being so nice. A lot of you guys message me on Instagram and stuff. Go download the EP. It's everywhere. Tune in, the replay people. Thank you in advance because I know y'all will say happy birthday too. So thank you everybody who wished me happy birthday. I really appreciate it.
Take a look at that, ladies and gentlemen. The artwork don't get any better than that. This sister has got it going on. And you can find her wherever you find music. Lex the Targaryen. Look the sister up. Check out her music. She's only going to get bigger and bigger from here. And guess what? We had her first. Okay? So when the NFL come asking her to do halftime performances, you know she's going to have her cousin right there behind her doing his little snoop. I don't care what the music look like. I'm being there doing my little snoop dance. So don't forget to like the video. Please follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Podcast is going to be up in about 15 minutes. You can download it there. And that's what I look like on TikTok. Till that next Sex is Hell video tomorrow for BMF. We'll see you.